Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this webinar, Look on the Bright Side, the new product launch of Widdop & Co. for the autumn-winter of 2020. So excited that you could join us here today, and to be honest, very honoured and humbled that you would take the time out of what is a very busy and crazy season to join us here on this when you're getting bombarded with lots of mails and content, I'm sure, from suppliers up and down the country and all over the world, trying to share with you their new product launch for the autumn at a time when they can't get in front of you in person. With that in mind, as I say, I want to start by thanking you for taking the time to join us and to explain a little bit about what this event is all about. Today is the beginning of a series, a whole series that will last from today all the way through till October the 20th this year, which will share with you so much content, so much great new product, and so much innovation, hopefully, that you will decide that, on what Widdop has been doing over the last few months during the COVID crisis as we prepared for a season of change. We all knew that change would come as a result of this, and in many respects, it would be sad if things didn't change as a result of the market that we now find ourselves in. But it has been an incredibly tough year for every retailer out there. And if you joined me earlier in the COVID crisis in this season, sharing with the Giftware Association our thoughts on what retail would look like post-COVID, then you'll know that this is a topic very close to our hearts as a business, and we want to be here for you, to support you with new content, with new products, and with every kind of service that we can offer that will provide innovation, customer experience, and help you do more business at a time when we all need to recover quickly from the effects of the COVID crisis this year. The Look on the Bright Side event was birthed as a result of three things. Firstly, the crisis we're in and needing to take a positive stance at a time when the world has not got much positivity in it. But secondly, because you'll see and you'll know in a second as we go through it, that one of the brands that we've acquired for this autumn is the Bright Side collection from Really Good. And the third thing is we want to reflect, as a leader in the giftware industry, a chance to share positive messages, positive colors, positive product that reflects the market conditions, the trends that we all now need to buy for and shop for as we go into the autumn-winter season, which will be fundamentally different to any that we've had before. Widdop & Co. managed to stay open during the whole of the COVID crisis. And as a result of that, we are already able, as a business, to launch 700 brand new products at a time when there won't be much new product. But secondly, we're able to also bring a whole new series of channels of activity. Right now, we should be just finishing our Dublin show. We should be just preparing for an autumn fair in Birmingham, both of which are not happening. And that means our opportunity to get in front of you and to share with you in person our tactile products has been drastically reduced. So we've come up with 5 channels of activity that I'll go through in a second. And we want to make sure that throughout everything we're doing, you feel comfortable, you feel safe, you feel supported by Widdop as we go into a challenging but very important Christmas selling season. So with that in mind, this event today is the start of a series that will run for almost 2 months, actually, that you'll be able to dip in and dip out of throughout this whole period, dive into the content that's relevant for you and share it as appropriate and buy appropriately in the way that suits your business. We hope that there is something in here for everyone. We deal as a business, as you all know, with 3,000 retailers, big and small, from all over the world that are all looking for something different. This launch is designed to reflect the season we're in, but it's also designed to reflect the broad and diverse customer base that Widdop has, which is why today is also the first of 5 webinars that I'll be doing throughout September, specific to each retailer type, to share with you some specific things that you can be working on and you can buy from us in this time. Throughout the whole event, you can find out more information by visiting widdop.co.uk/brightside show, and you will be able to dive in and digest all of the content that's available through that platform, through that portal, throughout the whole of this event. In the meantime, I'm going to get started today because there is a lot of content to cover. This event is built around, as I've said already, 5 key new channels. And they all come about because we have 700 new products to share, 14 key launches to share, and no in-person events to do it, which we would normally be doing at this time of year. So the 5 channels I'm referring to, number 1 is digital content. We are building an incredible new platform of digital content to share with all of our customers all over the world for you to use in your store to talk to your customers about what the product is that you're now selling. Secondly, we're hosting and running and partaking in digital events that will run from this one today all the way through to October 20th, where we'll be part of the ECRM event that I'll talk about later. Thirdly, we are creating and hosting a roadshow on the road in the southwest and southeast of the UK for 2 weeks at the end of September and beginning of October. This incredible platform will bring Widup to you and your home so that you don't have to travel at a time when there is a lot of trepidation to do so. Fourthly, we will open our showrooms. From next week on Tuesday, September the 1st, our showrooms will be open with social distancing and so many other measures to make sure that you feel safe and comfortable shopping with Widup & Co. in person. And finally, underpinning all of this is product, promotions, and a marketing toolkit unlike anything we've ever used or seen before. This is an opportunity for us to share product in a way that we've never shared it before, and for you to be able to engage with us and give us feedback in a way that you haven't either. Throughout this whole webinar, if you want to ask a question for me or from me, then use the Q&A button at the top of your Zoom or bottom, depending on what iPad or platform you're using. I will do my best at the end of the webinar to address as many questions as possible. But as I said, this is the first of 5 webinars, the first of a massive series of events. So please take the time to digest the data and the information I'm giving you afterwards. And at any point, if you have questions, just mail us at sales@widup.co.uk or marketing@widup.co.uk and we'll get back in touch. So let's dig into the 5 channels. Channel number 1, our showroom, our most important asset for service, experience and theatre as a business. It epitomizes everything that Widup stands for. Great product, commercial prices, presented in a way that allows retailers to have a complete solution. Our showrooms, for those of you who have not been, are 15,000 square feet. 8,000 products, all 24 brands are on show. And during this current COVID crisis, we will be able to host a certain number of people in a socially distanced way. We'll still provide our famous Widup hospitality, gourmet catered lunches for all visitors who have booked in advance. And we will also give, as we always do, travel and accommodation contributions to help you at this time afford to come up and see us. Showroom exclusive promotions and discounts will be just that. They won't be for the territory managers on the road. They won't be for things that are outside of that facility or the roadshow facility. So make the most of that platform and come and see us and partake in the promotions we have available. Finally, visual merchandising packs and display solutions. This is something we've worked really hard to improve for the autumn. And so our visual merchandising packs will allow you to represent our brands in the same way that we do in your store from this autumn onwards. Most importantly, we want you to know that you're in safe hands when you visit us. So we have a COVID plan to make sure that you feel safe and are safe when you come through our doors. So we have appointment only in our showroom. When you arrive, you'll be presented with a wellness pack for every single guest that's coming. Those packs include the things that you can see on the left there, from a sanitization stick to gloves, masks, a welcome map, even some sweets that have been pre-packaged so that you can carry them around and sustain yourself as you go across our showroom. We have masks in our facility now for all staff and all visitors as you move around the building. If you're sat in one place or eating your food, obviously you can't wear a mask. We also have capacity limits and social distancing across the entire facility to make sure that you don't come in contact with someone, which leads to the next point. If you want to self-serve as you go around, that is also a great option. There is no on-site food preparation or disposable materials. It's all disposable materials now, which means that there's no one touching your food, preparing it or getting in contact with it, so that you can feel safe when you visit us and enjoy the experience. If you can't visit us in person in Manchester though, we are, for this winter only, the first time bringing Widup to you. Everything you love about Widup, the same service, the same gourmet food, the same hospitality, the same options of dealing with us on a smaller scale in a 500 square foot showroom that will be in the southwest and southeast of the UK throughout 2 weeks at the end of September and beginning of October. This will showcase only the 14 key launches that we're bringing to market this autumn and give you the chance to see and engage with our salespeople in person from a social distance to make sure you're seeing and understanding the whole range that is available. You can see here how spacious and significant this vehicle is. This is no small thing we're taking around the country, but it will have a capacity limit so that you make sure that when you are inside it, you also are feeling safe and secure. These are the locations that we will be visiting. There are 2 sessions, morning session and an afternoon session each day, and there are different times depending on the location so that the vehicle can move to the next location the next day. You can see here where we will be, and we really encourage you to book in. As with everything I'm showing you, whether it's the showroom visits, the roadshow, or our content, you can subscribe and register to it on our website at www.widup.co.uk/Brightside Show. If you can't make the roadshow, we also want to engage with you digitally. We know that Zoom has been something that everyone's probably quite fatigued of by now, but is also a really incredible platform for you to engage with someone without having to leave your own home or your own shop at a time where you might not be able to find cover. With that in mind, the first digital event is what we're calling the evening sessions. These will run from the 1st to the 30th of September, an opportunity for you to engage with your territory manager or your salesperson on a one-to-one basis. They have their own Zoom accounts, they have this presentation, they have a virtual showroom, and everything they need to share with you all the great new product and existing product we have from Zoom or from home. These evening sessions are an opportunity out of hours when you're away from the shop to focus and spend some time up to an hour with one of our salespeople to explain to you and to interact with you about the new product that we have on offer. You can book those in at the same website. Then throughout September, we're also going to be hosting 4 more webinars. The 3rd of September will be a webinar specific for card shop retailers. This will incorporate a guest speaker, Rachel Bright from Brightside Gifts, and who is a famous now children's author, will be joining me to talk about the background to the Brightside range and all the other ranges that we have for gift, and especially in card shops at this time. The second webinar is for garden centres and department stores. This is on Thursday, the 10th of September. I'll be joined that day by Martin Gulliver from Martin Gulliver Designs to share with you the background to Martin Gulliver Designs and what makes it such a fantastic quality product for these 2 groups of customers in particular. Then jewelers on Thursday, the 17th of September, we will be focusing on some of our more luxurious, giftable window display type items that aren't so tactile, but are great for ornamental use. Those will be featured a lot on the 17th of September in our next webinar. And the final one on the 24th of September will be focused on gift shops. We have so much gift product to share, and the gift shop one is saved to last because there's so many things to cover, from Disney to our new Serenity offering, which I'll talk about shortly. And then underpinning all of that, we're going to be running a social media activity and campaign throughout the whole of September where you, our retailer customers, can nominate a person in your store itself, an initiative that you have run or a product that you are running for the Brightside Awards, an opportunity to be honored, to be given rapport and reflect upon the great things that people have been doing throughout the whole of this COVID crisis to stay positive and to look on the bright side at a time that has been very difficult. Then on the 30th of September, we will share on Instagram and Facebook Live the winners of the awards, and they will both get a discount voucher for Widup & Co. and a fantastic trophy and prize to put in their store and to talk about with their customers as well. In addition, we're partaking in 2 digital events throughout this season. The first is the Autumn Fair at Home, running on the 8th and 9th of September. There will be 2 sessions, one with me on the first day and one with me on the second day, where I'll talk about the 7 new brands and ranges we're offering and the 7 extension ranges and brands we're offering. Those 2 videos have been pre-recorded, but they cover all the content you need before diving into our website to then partake in some of the new products that we're offering for the autumn. We're then joining an event we've never been part of before. That's the ECRM series. For those of you who don't know ECRM, it's a trade show organization. Their trade shows began by taking over whole hotels, and suppliers like us would have a whole room in a hotel where we would meet with specific customers for specific time slots, appointed time slots, to share what we do. This is now obviously all digital as a result of COVID. And this autumn, we're partaking in the baby and infant program for Europe on the 20th of October, where we will be focusing on our baby brands in the Widup portfolio. If you can't partake in the digital events, the roadshow or the showroom, we also have so much digital content for you to dive into at your own leisure and pace throughout the whole of this season. That also is the epitome of something we're trying to do to support you in this time. So all the content we're making can be customized, personalized, tweaked, and changed to fit your store so that you can use that content too once the ranges come in stock to promote what you're doing to your customer base. With that in mind, we see this digital content as a critical part of your online offering, your social media offering, and also your service experience and theatre in store as you go into this crazy and important autumn season. So we're launching today something called Widdop & Co Map. Widdop & Co Map, which is the marketing asset portal, is a place for you to go and download all of our marketing assets for our new launch for this season. This doesn't include the product-specific photography that you are already used to downloading from our website. This is our marketing assets. So everything from the videos, the presentations, the posters, the social media content, the gifts, everything that you need in order to promote the brands and ranges you're stocking in your store will be on Widdop & Co Map. This map, which is accessed through the link that you have here and that you'll be sent afterwards, will delve into several sources of content. Number one, catalogs. You will have priced and unpriced range catalogs that link directly from the item in the catalog to our website so that you can go ahead and buy it. Number two, video content. All of our brand new ranges have videos now available that you can put on a screen in store to have something to talk about and that's playing in the background to stimulate the eye and the movement as they're walking around the store. Number three, introduction presentations, including this one that I'm doing today, will all be there so that you have background and training materials to talk to your staff about as they're talking about the products in store as well. Number four, social media content. Squares for Instagram, GIFs, other pre-prepared posts for social media will all be stored inside the social media section of Widdop & Co Map. Posters and mood shots. So this is a new thing we're doing. We're providing you with the posters, the mood shots that you can have in your shop window or on your website to help you promote our brands as you use them and launch them in the business. And then finally, visual merchandising guides. Today we're launching a whole new series of do-it-yourself visual merchandising guides, and we're even selling all the kit you need to make your store look like our showroom. That means we're going to be, for the first time, shipping and selling paint, shelves, furniture, wall backdrops, signage, everything you need to replicate that display and do it yourself in your store environment. In addition, we're also making Widdop & Co a better tool for you to engage with online. So widdop.co.uk already represents a significant portion of our business and how we trade with you. But we're now launching from next week on Tuesday, along with everything else here, by the way. The product itself will not be going live until Tuesday, so it gives you 3 more days to pick your events and how you engage. The first thing we're launching on widdop.co.uk is a 360-degree virtual tour. You will be able to walk yourself around our showroom as it is in Manchester and to delve into the product that you like and that you are looking for with video content, with flipbook catalogs, and takes you straight to the website so that you can then buy it. That will go live next week on Tuesday. We're also, from today, this happened actually, those of you who have been on our website today and are observant, you'll have noticed that today, from today, our website has had a significant change. That is, for the first time in our history, all of our product has been exposed from behind the login to in front of the login. So without you being restricted, without you needing to log in to see what we sell now, you'll be able to go on our website and find the product that you want. All you won't see at this stage is the pricing, which you need to still be able to log in to see. But for a purpose of looking at what we have, browsing the ranges, making a selection, everything is there now before the login for you to be able to engage. So that's it. They're the platforms. They're the things that you need to work with us this autumn so we can become a partner with you as we prepare for this busy season. Now, more importantly, product, which is at the heart of everything that Widdop does, is the next stage of this webinar. I'm going to talk you through the 14 key launches. What are they? What makes them special? What differentiates them from what's already there? And what are the trends that they build upon? So we have 7 brand new ranges and brands for this autumn. The difference in Widdop & Co, by the way, between a brand and a range is a brand is a permanent entity. We will never take it away. It's there when we create it to be forever. Ranges are temporary trends and things that we bring in to satisfy a market need. In that context, our autumn-winter launch normally sees us launch 1,000 products through showroom shows, rep visits and trade shows through September from July. In 2020, COVID-19 has obviously changed everything. We have, with overwhelming changes in our supply base, our customer base, focused our effort for autumn 2020 on the following key things: Less is more. We're not launching over 1,000 items, we're launching around about 700 items, and instead focused on the categories, the products, and the brands where the consumer demand is either the same as it was pre-COVID or greater than before COVID existed, such as the personal hygiene category. We're incorporating new product trends that also capture the zeitgeist that have emerged from the lockdown, such as that personal hygiene, but also things like board games and gaming, family and key worker acknowledgement, even the trend as rainbows, which has also become so big. We're also focusing on our responsibility. In the face of a global recession, a mental health crisis, months of negative and fake news, viral movements such as sustainability, Black Lives Matter, the abolition of modern day slavery, and right now the American election season beginning, it's our duty to bring in the giftware trade an uplifting, positive, value-driven product range that supports both key causes and celebrates key people and occasions in life. With that in mind, there are 14 launches this autumn, with over 300 products across the 14 and 400 new products across the rest of our 24 brands that you can dip into. This means that we will have not only a great new range for the autumn, in addition to the stock that we were still able to ship because we remained open in the spring, we also have over 800 new products that we launched for our Christmas range this year. For many of you, Christmas buying was cut short by COVID. So we have plenty of in-stock Christmas decorations that are already flooding into our business for you to dibble into right now and to add on to your orders for Christmas decorations for the autumn. We're also capitalizing on product trends, as I said, and you'll know a lot of these because you'll be using them or have seen them yourself. Card and social stationery sales have boomed as anti-technology solutions to social interaction have grown. Everyone is tired of Zoom and webinars and speaking and FaceTime and other platforms. Now, sending snail mail has become a really important part of engagement for people again. End of isolation humor, good and bad jokes about lockdown and life after lockdown is also important. Rainbows as a trend, we're all seeing this. Our whole logo of Look on the Bright Side is focused on rainbows. When you come to our showroom, it will be focused on rainbows. Rainbows as a positive symbol reflecting uplifting messages, but now requiring a great cause behind them to make them significant, such as the NHS or Charities Together. Gifts for the heroes, the people that have looked after us over the last 6 months, the nurses, the doctors, the teachers, the postmen, and keepsakes also for the people that were lost at this time. A whole new product category has emerged for personal hygiene as a gift, from sanitizers to masks, and we're going to cover that shortly. Anti-technology gifts such as board games, puzzles, books have seen a 200% increase in sales during COVID, and we also have product for that season right now launching today. And finally, before the last category here, the characters and shows that have gotten people through this crisis have been the things that have become dear to their heart. People have lived off Disney Plus and Netflix at this time, and therefore the characters and shows and movies such as Lady and the Tramp that Disney launched, Frozen 2 that Disney launched on their platform at this time have become very significant. But finally, home-based hobbies. They range from all sorts of things, from sewing and crafting to baking and gardening. All of these things, including DIY and making the home improvements that people are seeking because they can't go on holiday, have all become a big trend. And we want to make sure that across all of these things, you are given a product range that fits. So what are the 7 brand new ranges and launches? Let's dive in with our signature launch of the autumn, and that is Cheerful. Cheerful has been designed, actually we started designing this before COVID, but is designed specifically for a season such as this. And with that in mind, let's take a look at what Cheerful is all about. That's right. Cheerful is our range to pick up on those bright rainbow colors, the positive uplifting messages, and to support a charity. 7% of all of our sales of our Cheerful range will go to the NHS Charities Together program that Captain Tom himself was fundraising for earlier this year. A fantastic message that features not only on the product and the packaging, but also on our display solutions for you to use in store. Cheerful comes at a time when the lockdown is ending for families to engage, to represent, and to send gifts to one another, and to be cheerful at a time when we haven't had much to be cheerful about. It's to celebrate those people, events in life that are really important to us, and to give back to the community, to the people that have helped us through the NHS Charities Together programme. There are gifts for the key people. Mother's Day and Father's Day gifts for 2021 will be packed in here. In addition to gifts for sisters, brothers, friends, besties, whatever you call them, there is something for everyone, as well as a fantastic display solution for you to present them. With over 80 items in this range, all at under £10 retail, the focus of this message is to be positive and to come with product that is commercially priced at a time when people have less to spend on those key events and occasions. In addition, we want to celebrate the key workers. We're launching these personalizable key worker resin decorations that come with a countertop display stand with 10 designs to choose from, whether it's the doctor or the supermarket worker, the delivery driver to the postman, or the teachers that we will now be using and relying on a lot as kids go back to school right now. The 10 designs to choose from are all personalizable with a Sharpie. They go on our metal display stand, which for those of you who bought the reflections of the heart plaques is the same one. And these are obviously intended to be great for Christmas decorations for trees. They're sold in multiples of 6 at £1.59 each. And with 10 designs available, it covers a lot of bases and sits neatly on the countertops to reflect those key people at this key time. In addition, though, as I said, we're also working now to engage in the personal hygiene category, which is not going to go away anytime soon. As a result of the personal hygiene category becoming very commoditized, people have sanitizers ranging from L'Oreal to Carex, but we're focused on making it a gift, something that could be a stocking filler or a nice little thoughtful pick-me-up or impulse purchase. Therefore, our hand sanitizers all come with a carabiner clip on the top to make them different. They come with titles on them, either for professions or for people, or just nice, fun, everyday titles. They also have matching face masks, washable gift box fabric face masks. These, unlike the ones you'll have seen with pattern all over them, have titles and messaging on them that reflect that positive, uplifting message at this time, and they're gift boxed individually with a PVC cover so that it means no one's touched or had contact with them before they arrive in the person's hands. Cheerful is setting an example here of the new content we're providing you today as well through Widdop & Co Map. That includes the GIF that you see on the left here, posters, brilliant digital, PDF or printed catalogs if you want them, that can be priced or unpriced for you to even share the product with your customers. We're giving visual merchandising displays as well as the actual display solutions themselves. Every single item we use to display our new ranges in the showroom is for sale and also able to be given to you free of charge if you spend a certain amount of money on that brand or range. That means you can have everything from the paint to the plinths to the shelves to the rugs to the hanging signage and pom-poms that are above all these ranges. Everything there is available to help you make your life easier. On to our next range, Martin Gulliver Designs. This is an acquisition of ours that's taken place over the last year. We started by only selling it to Jojo Mama Bebe and John Lewis. This range is an incredible range built on the back of the work that Martin Gulliver himself did as ex-Portmeirion. He launched his own collection to build a great quality housewares range for children. This range, fantastic for garden centres and department stores, is built upon functional housewares items and it puts fun back into them, as you can see in the pictures and the video here. Martin Gulliver is a great example of a range that we actually already have in stock as we start this launch. Not all of them are in stock, and as I said, none of them will be for sale on our website or sales platforms until Tuesday anyway, but it's a great example of one that we started work on with Martin last year, and as a result of doing that, we're able to bring to market several new products that Martin didn't have right in time for this launch. So there are 3 new patterns that have been developed with Finola Stack, a British children's illustrator, and those are the Safari Friends Circus Fun Trains, Planes and Automobiles range, as you can see on the right. We are launching with a small, tight range focused on the signature 7-piece and 5-piece melamine sets, which are 100% melamine, but we're also launching some more functional items alongside that too, and this will continue to grow through into spring next year. So whether it's sleeve bibs or lunch bags, this range will grow into a really fun, focused kids practical housewares range for the autumn, Christmas and spring season next year. Again, so much POS and content available for you to use to help you sell this range in store, from posters to social media content to fantastic catalogs and obviously the display that makes it compelling for people to shop. All of these things are there right now at Widdop & Co Map for you to utilize as you bring these ranges forward and even before you launch them so that you can promote them in your business. Our next range is one you'll all have heard of, and if you haven't, you must have been under a rock for the last few years. The Mantin and the Brightside range has become synonymous with giftware in the UK. We are very honoured and proud to be able to bring this range into the Widdop & Co portfolio after David Hicks has retired and taking it over from Really Good with stock again already available right now and more arriving in the next 2 weeks. We're able to fulfill orders on the Brightside range immediately with new designs and new product and a refresh of the brand coming later in 2021. At a time such as this, we all need to lean on products we know have commercial value and are commercially successful. That's where the Brightside fits in for us. It would have been a travesty to see this important brand with incredible commerciality disappear as a result of Really Good closing this summer. So we're thrilled and honored to be able to take over the portfolio of gifts from David and Really Good, and we're excited to launch this really fantastic range at Widdop for this autumn. Brightside is quite simply a leader in our trade. I, as a commercial director or creative director at Widdop & Co, have been admiring what work David and Rachel have done on this range for so many years. It's been incredible to see the linkage between sentiment and card and gift. And we are so thrilled to bring this into our portfolio. And we'll be starting, as I said, with the best-selling items. There will be 89 items in total, plus some ones that we've taken over from David that we're looking to exit out of this year. So there's some great offers available, but we'll be focused on the key categories that worked well under Really Good and the key occasions and sentiment that have worked well at Widdop. The two are a perfect match made in heaven, really. And with that in mind, whether it's the Mantin and the tins that have been so synonymous with this brand, or the fantastic gifts from new mums and dads as we run into Mother's Day and Father's Day next year, there is something in this range for everybody. And we're excited to have it in the portfolio and in stock very, very soon. Serenity by Sophia is our next brand. Serenity is one developed entirely in-house, designed in Manchester, and comes on the back of what I said earlier about mental health. Serenity is a brand to reflect a time of stress, a time of not much relaxation, and an opportunity to create gifts and home fragrance that fit beautifully in with the trend towards improving both of those things in the autumn season. Let's find out a little bit more about Serenity. That's Serenity, a fantastic range of thoughtful gifts of goodness that come on the back of trends such as Hygge and Fika of Scandinavia, that is all about relaxing, reviving, and being calm. Those messages are printed all over the packaging, which incorporates some fantastic CDUs. The home fragrance items that we've developed in this range have been developed in coordination with EFF, which is European Flavors and Fragrance, which is the fragrance house based in the UK. So these use UK-made fragrances. And we're really excited to bring a beautiful range that combines our traditional gifting impulse purchase offer with some fantastic home fragrance items. So we have 3 fragrances to start: bergamot, lavender and sandalwood, rose and spice cardamom, jasmine, orange blossom and saffron. They all come across a range of room sprays, candles, all with this really sustainable feel and the ombre texture on the glass jar. They range from £15 to £20 in retail, as I said, using UK fragrances and spa-focused scents. We're excited to bring these to market, and the samples will be in the showroom from next week for you to see in person. In addition to that, though, as I said already, we're focused on impulse gifts that sit beautifully alongside that home fragrance offer with a great giftable message for the autumn. Whether it's ceramic key rings with a fantastic PVC or PU tassel, and also with a pamper kit and a revival kit, and the little stones that you keep to help you with your health. All of these affordable, thoughtful little gifts are a great accompaniment that would form a fantastic hamper set to gift someone, to show them that you're thinking of them at this crazy time. The great thing about all these too is their commercial price points, from £4 to £10 retail. This range of 10 just inside CDUs, as you see it here, is a fantastic gift offering, easy to present in store for the autumn and to help people in this time of need for mental health. The next range you'll all have heard of. Tinkerbell is quite simply a classic, and one we're thrilled to bring back to life at Widdop & Co. Tinkerbell is a classic story, one that Widdop's touched upon in tiny ways in the past, as have so many people in the giftware trade. Tinkerbell's content has now become so much more usable as a result of Disney Plus, which I talked about earlier, and as a result, we're thrilled to bring a beautiful collectible story. The figurines that you can see in the picture here aren't just figurines. In fact, they're also nightlight in some form. The wings, these beautiful wings, also light up, so they make stunning gifts, stunning nursery or children's bedroom accessories, and fantastic collectible items. So with 22 items in this range, ranging from a beautiful paper wrap jewelry box to the money bank you can see there, or the frames, wall clocks and night lights. We also have in this, for the first time ever in Widdop's range with Disney, a Birthstone collectible series too, so that you can buy someone a thoughtful gift more relevant to them as a person as well. Stock again is available on this range from September. In fact, the jewelry box is already in stock now, but we have lots of items coming in this range, and we're thrilled to roll it out throughout the autumn period. The Aromatherapy Company has become a really important brand at Widdop & Co. Started in 1990, you'll know it's one that we distribute in the UK and that uses fantastic New Zealand essential oils. We are excited this autumn to bring a whole new collection from Aromatherapy Company to market that will lead us through to the spring with fantastic quality and styling to match. aromatherapy company Flower Range, a fantastic range built upon 4 amazing New Zealand essential oil-based fragrances that you can see on the screen here. As you can see in these pictures, there are also accompanying items for hand creams and room sprays that we'll be adding into this range in the spring. Right now, we're launching candles and diffusers in the 4 fragrances with retail prices from $9.99 to $11.99, all come beautifully boxed. And the important thing to notice about the packaging on this range, which you'll have seen on the end of that video there, is the flocked velvet texture that's been applied onto the box. These are no ordinary gifting item, along with the rest of the range, to be fair. Soy wax, sustainable materials, fantastic quality, really, really great for the home, and in beautiful gift box packaging and presentation, even of the glass vessel that can be reused once the candle is gone. These are a wonderful gifting item for the Christmas range, and also exclusives available on request for those that are looking to add more in than the range that's available right here. The last of our 7 completely new collections is one that only 2 years ago did we start selling at this time of year, and that's Mother's Day. Seems odd in the start of September to be thinking about Mother's Day for 2021, but the whole reason for showing this now is because a lot of this item could be bought through the winter, and a lot of this item will be brought in at a time specifically based on your quantities and your needs for spring. With that in mind, our Mother's Day range will see us become the biggest offering of Mother's Day we've had in 2021. And it won't be one collection. In fact, we're launching 10 Mother's Day ranges across 10 brands. So we won't be launching one story that says Mother's Day and it's a one-size-fits-all approach. Mother's Day is the single biggest occasion for Widup in our business. And as a result, we will focus on 10 separate ranges based on the ranges that you already dive in and out of that are important to you in your business. You can see some of them on the screen here in the aromatherapy company Mother's Day range, which the white bit that you can see as the band on the box there is an attachable and detachable sleeve. So therefore, after Mother's Day is over, you can even take away the sleeve, so it becomes a great all-day, everyday gifting range. But the signature range of our Mother's Day collection is going to be our Sophia Peaches and Cream collection that you can see in this picture here. It will include some of those new personal hygiene products, from moisturizers to hand sanitizers and creams, but it'll also include a lot of the core key pickup items that Widup's done for so many years, from mugs to light up jars and diffusers. There are so many things in this Mother's Day collection. There really is something for everyone. And with that in mind, we have 2 catalogs we're launching next week. The first covers all of the new stuff, the stuff that we haven't even finished ordering yet, to give you the chance now to buy in, to pre-buy and pre-sell early, so that you get the chance to get the quantity you want secured before the end of September, with exclusives if you want them and you can buy sufficient quantity. And that will cover everything from our Frida collaboration with the Hotchpotch group at Carte Blanche, Peaches and Cream and Sophia, even a fantastic brand new, never been done before Disney Mother's Day collection, specifically focused on Mother's Day. There's so much in that catalogue for you to get to grips with. And if you're ready to buy quantity and to dabble in those items right now, before we commit to them at the end of September, then that catalogue's the one for you. However, at the end of September, we'll be combining the items which we formally commit to with our existing stock lines. This is the best sellers. All the items we ran in 2020, plus a few new extras from across different ranges, such as the Bright Side and Cheerful, that will all be great new items for you to stock for Mother's Day next year that you can guarantee early delivery on because they're already items Widup runs. By combining these 2 at the end of September, you will have one catalogue of a finished range, but at that point, you won't be able to guarantee the quantities you want. So we urge you to look at these now, to pick and choose the ranges you're going to dab into in Mother's Day next year, which is in the 14th of March, so that you'll be able to get these in at the start of January when you'll be wanting them. So that's the 7 key new launches. It's important I want to touch on now, and not because they're insignificant or any less important, but the 7 key extension launches for Widup for this autumn. Those are, first and foremost, Objet d'Art. Objet d'Art could be a business of its own inside Widup, but Objet d'Art by Sophia is a stunning hand-blown collection of artistic ornaments. You'll have seen these. They are literally hand-blown. Every part of these is handmade, from the box to the glass itself. I visited this factory and had a go at making these horrendously, actually. And they are fantastic, great gift as a paperweight or ornaments in the home. Fantastic weight to them, which means they're a really great quality and a piece that people feel has great value. And the presentation in the Silkline gift box is really, really important. This autumn, given the financial challenges that are out there right now, we're excited to bring a range called the Miniatures to market. These are small versions, still handmade, still hand blown, still beautiful quality glass ornamental pieces, and still in the Silkline gift box. There are 19 of them. Their average retail price is £2.75 trade, which means they're a £7.99 retail price point, which is incredible at this time for something of that quality. In addition to that, we're launching for the first time a Perspex lit lockable cabinet for these, along with our treasure trinkets, along with our Straton pens, and along with our miniature clocks to go in. This cabinet is a fantastic solution. It has branding at the top that comes as a sticker for each of the brands that you'd want to put in it. So for those of you with smaller stores wanting to mix treasure trinkets and objet d'art together, which are both Sophia ranges, you could do that in here. For those of you who want to mix the miniature clocks with the Straton pens, you could also do that in this cabinet too. Great solution, lockable, simple solution for you to use in store with lights as well. iFrame is a core part of our Impressions range. For those of you who already don't know, Impressions is our biggest brand in quantity in the Widdop & Co. We sell 2 million pieces of photo frames per year at a time when everyone keeps telling me no one's buying as many picture frames as before. Quite the opposite we're finding, actually. People are taking a lot more pictures and so wanting, especially as they're decorating their homes through COVID, to accessorize them with photo frames. That's where iFrame comes in. iFrame kind of lost its way a little, if I'm completely honest, over the last couple of years, started to go into more trend colors. We're bringing that back to basics for this autumn, and that will continue into spring next year as we focus on core price point. Not in gift boxes, it will be shrink wrap with corner protectors. This will be a price point driven frame in standard basic colors, black, white, and different wood textures that allows you to have an entry level item as a photo frame for people who are more cost conscious right now and may dispose of it as soon as they change their room again. We're focused in this autumn on the core sizes, 4x6, 5x7, and 8x10 across those new finishes, but there's a great selection to choose from, as well as some great new Impressions ones, which I'll come to shortly. The office has become a really important staple, light-hearted, fun range as part of our Harvey Making brand. It brings light-hearted fun and wit to a workplace which at times like this can actually be quite a struggle with people now wearing masks, people now social distancing, and to bring a cultural fun element to the workplace, we're this autumn adding into this collection 2 types of new SKU, both in the personal hygiene category and both focused on the people that are now going back to work, having something fun that's also functional at this time to use in the workplace, that may even become secret Santa gifts at Christmas time. Whether that's washable fabric face masks in the gift boxes like you saw earlier, or the hand sanitizers with the carabiner clip, both are fantastic options for stocking fillers, secret Santas, and gifts around the office and workplace at this crazy time. Ice and Slice is a range we have never actually formally launched at Widdop. We soft launched this collection after the spring fair. It's now in stock finally and has become already, as you can see from Bestsellers Essex Instagram post there, they're already a bestseller in their store since they were only delivered in the last couple of weeks. Fantastic, giftable, very unique, patented in fact, so it can't be copied, gin glassware collection, covering everything from ice cubes to the most popular item, which is the lemon, retailing from $11.99 to $14.99 depending on your markup. And as I said, really unique with the resin bendable inserts that don't touch the drink, so it's very unique. But this autumn, really excited to extend this collection already, having taken it over from Nobile, by adding into it some other items apart from gin glasses. This will be an incredible offering in the run up to Christmas. We're adding men's gift in here, so there'll be whiskey glasses with ice cubes, a decanter, and a highball glass for orange juice or juice at breakfast time. But we're also adding a bigger cocktail series. So pina colada, prosecco, margarita, aperol, and martini glasses will all feature as part of this autumn range, which will all be delivering at some point from the end of September through October. Really excited to extend this range. It has already become a bestseller for us inside Hestia and one that you must have in your range for the autumn winter of 2020. Our next one is a range that we soft launched at Spring Fair, but because of COVID, all of the delivery got pushed back and has now become a bigger, more significant range, especially when it sits beautifully alongside the Cheerful collection and our Bright Side campaign. Oh Happy Day is the birthday equivalent of the Cheerful collection that you saw earlier for friends and family and for key workers and key people, but for birthday. It has the bright colours, it has the really important commercial price points of under £10. It has a good solid range of over 70 items to choose from, very commercial, from socks and mugs to pint glasses and photo frames, really boldly packaged to stand out on the shelf. And given that millennials and Gen Z customers will represent 50% of the disposable income in our marketplace over the next 5-year time, we're creating ranges now that are very focused on giftable pickup items for them to give to people at a time when it's been very gloomy and negative. So really commercial range. This doesn't actually include it in our 700 items because technically we launched this in spring, but now it will be in stock. It will be a great range to add alongside Cheerful for the autumn and is a really, really important collection for birthday going forward. Harvey's board games. Well, quite simply a must-have as well. Harvey's board games reflects the fact that trend over the last couple of years has seen board games and other games like that become a really important part of a giftware offering. During COVID, board game and puzzle sales rose by 200%. Harvey's board games is a fantastic, beautifully packaged solution for board games and giftable games in the run up to Christmas. This winter, we're adding 10 more into the range. There's some really great gift set versions available, such as the dice there, which has multi-games in one, or the one on the left, which is like a book, but has the game inside it. Some fantastic gift-focused games that will be given as part of our Harvey Making collection in the run up to Christmas. Thoughts of You is, again, a staple part of our Celebrations brand. Memorial items, sadly, have become a really important part of our collection. It's not a great product range to talk about. It's sad that we need these products, but actually having thoughtful, beautifully packaged and presented keepsake gifts for Memorial is a really important range to represent. For those garden centres that don't already do it, for those customers that don't already sell this product, it is a must-have as a staple product for people to keep coming back to remember and reflect on the important people that we've lost at this time or previously. In this collection for the autumn, we are adding a whole new material, and that is concrete. These plaques that you can see here, which have as good a detail as you see on them there, are made of concrete with embossed, painted, hand-painted wording and motifs. These products are designed to be durable. They're designed to be outside. They're designed to sit by a memorial or a graveside. And from waterproof plaques and lanterns, this now makes our Thoughts of You range much more comprehensive because it gives the product that's indoor for reflection and memorial a great sister product for outdoors as well. Alongside extensions to the cards, the plastic cards that we launched in spring, we are really excited that this range is growing to reflect the needs of the market and to incorporate a much more comprehensive offering for memorial going forward. That's the 14 launches. Really, really excited. I hope you found or seen something in there that already is what you're looking for. But in addition to that, those 14 launches only cover 300 of our key products for this autumn. The reason we pick those out is because they're different. They're key. They're signature things to hang your hat on at a time when people are looking for those messages. However, that is not the end of our launch. We have 400 more products in the 700 that we're launching this autumn across the rest of our brands. Those include an incredible new range of photo frames, both silver plated and some really great new wood and lacquer coated options from India that are coming as part of our impressions offering. Secondly, our home time clock range. Clocks is still a really important part of our collection and is part of our history and heritage since 1883. And we're adding more into our novelty home time clock range as well. And finally, Hestia. Hestia has become incorporating the ice and slice and the cheese and wine gifts that are great giftable items. Hestia is not only a great giftable housewares range and homeware range, it has become a fantastic self-purchase homeware range too, whether it's the chairs in this range or the vases that you see in this picture here. We're extending this range throughout the autumn as people have extended and done more decoration at home because they can't go away, and we have a great range of new products in our home collection, part of Hestia, that you'll be able to see in our showroom from Tuesday. So that is the end of our new launch. 14 great key launches, 700 great products, but now you need to take some action. None of that product is available for you to buy from today because it's not launched on our website or our sales tools. And the reason for that is we now wanted you to have 3 or 4 days to reflect on this presentation, which is on Widdop & Co map, which is launching today, so that you can think about the ones that are for you ahead of your purchase decisions. We aren't going to be able to see as many people in person this autumn, so we wanted you to have the right information to hand to reflect on before you have to make those decisions. With that in mind, you now need to take some steps, which is to book your way of engaging with us, whether it's the evening sessions with one of our salespeople or coming to see us in our incredible showroom in Manchester. We will make you feel important at this time and give you the service that you need to help you make the right decisions. but you have to take some action to do that. And that's to register by visiting www.widup.co.uk/Brightside Show, where you'll find all the information from this afternoon of these new products. You'll find all those videos for you to share with your staff and your customers. And if you go to Widup & Co Map or Widup Co Map on Dropbox, you will be able to find all that content already there. So for the ones that you start buying from next week, that you start stocking from next week, that you stock throughout the autumn, you just need to keep checking back at Widup & Co's Map product and portfolio to find the content you need to promote those ranges online and in store. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day to join us. This webinar will and has been recorded, so you can go back at any time and digest this content. There is also a shorter version of this webinar, a 6-minute video that I've put on Widup & Co Map already today for you to use. At this point, if any of you have any questions, then please go ahead and type them into the Q&A section at the top. But otherwise, in the next couple of minutes, we'll be finishing, and I thank you again for taking the time to join me today.